Check this out. We're gonna start at one of our favorite Goodwills today. This Goodwill is actually next to a Guitar Center, and because of that Guitar Center, I wanted to come to this Goodwill first today because it's like the Black Friday weekend and there's some deals going on. And I've been eyeballing some guitar pedals on Amazon for my new guitar amp that I bought on the channel at the Goodwill bins a little while back. And I just kind of figured this would be a good time to look at and or buy some guitar pedals. So we'll do a little Guitar Center adventure, which I don't think we've ever done on the channel, which is kind of cool because I have a really nice guitar I bought at this exact Guitar Center quite some time ago when we first moved here. But let's start at the Goodwill. I'm excited about this one.
So today's thrifting adventure, and probably for the next week, is going to be find jeans. I need to find black Levi's and white jeans, just in general. So I'm in the men's jeans section. There's already a pair of black Levi's here, and they are good size for me because the smaller sizes, I can actually do like a one color this side, another color on this side, color block thing, and make them a pretty small size in the end. Whereas if I add a size 40, I can't really take them in as much because I can only take them in from this seam, and I can only do that like so much. So this one is probably a good pickup. It's only $7, so I think we'll go ahead and get that one. But I do need a ton more black jeans and white jeans. This is a mess. Absolute mess. Okay. These are beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't need that style Wrangler. We're gonna stick to the Levi's right now. Tight fit. Cool. All right. No luck on the black jeans today. I mean, if I wanted to be super picky, or if I didn't want to be super picky, I could go ahead and get these. These have a good look to them. But since it is just stop one and I've got a little time to find the jeans I need, I'm gonna go ahead and skip those. So we're gonna grab these though.
I was like, what the heck is this? Some sort of like sugary drink thing from a candy store or something weird. Here's the bag toys. Plenty of Barbie. Where's the good stuff though? Bag of Hot Wheels. These cars are, some of these cars are compatible with Thomas and Friends tracks and stuff. Not all of them, but not really anything good in there.
All right, we're checking out the dish section. This Goodwill is pretty decent for dishes, but it's usually a little expensive, so I'm not having high hopes here. There is quite a bit on the shelves though. American Original. I thought this might have been a Pyrex bowl. Not only is it not, it's also plastic, so hang out there. I really like these enamel bowls. I think they're so pretty. It's a Paula Deen bowl. Let's see what else we got. Here's Pyrex, but not something that I need. These are newer. Pretty sure you can buy this at Walmart right now. This is Federal Glass? Maybe. I recognize that style, but there's a lot of different brands that do the like milk glass with the gold trim on it. It's a pretty dish, but I don't need it for any reason. Let's see. This is a cute mixing cup. I think it's pretty, but it's probably just from Walmart.
I love the piles of random video game-ish nonsense. Just complete madness. Batman headphones.
Oh my gosh, look at this wine bottle holder. Kitty, no! Huh. Don't like.
This is nowhere near something I need, but this does remind me. I need a snare drum stand, or really any drum stand, for something I have at home, for a special project. Need bad. Kind of sucks because, of course, I've seen several at the Goodwill over the last couple months, but I didn't need one. Didn't realize I needed one. Does anybody else do that? Just like come across something they're working on at home and realize they need something that they've seen at the Goodwill for months, and now they're never going to find it again. That's how I feel about that. I need a snare drum stand. We are next door to Guitar Center. Definitely look at them, but that's the thing. I don't want to spend $100 on a stand. I want to spend $5. And that's me in a nutshell.
All right, well, let's check the women's section, see if we can find anything amazing.
Christine, I need a verification on register 5. Christine, I need a verification on register 5. Thank you.
The tricky thing about finding white denim in the women's section, because like there's so much of it here, of course, but a lot of them are going to be a low rise, and I really have to have a high rise. It's just non-negotiable.
Yes, yes, please. I spent quite a bit of time looking back and forth over these board games. Operation, Toy Story 3 Operation. It's taped up. I really want to look inside before I buy it. Normally at our Goodwills, this kind of thing is just like $2, so I kind of just buy it no matter what the price is, and hope for the best. But $5 is a bit much. Actually, you know what? Looks like someone's already opened it. Okay. Tweezers, money, cards. How many cards are there supposed to be? I did my due diligence off camera looking through all these board games, and this is about the best I found. Operation Toy Story 3. I sell a lot of Toy Story stuff in one of our antique mall booths. It's unfortunately missing a couple pieces, and I'd almost still buy it if they were a little cheaper. Board games here are usually between $2 and $5. There's some $3 ones. The nicer ones are always at $5, and I don't know what it is that makes them decide that, but I guess they see something branded like that, say, okay, $5, something random, $3, and so on. I usually only buy them when they're about $2, so I'm gonna leave that behind.
Oh my gosh, look at this pillow. If I needed some throw pillows, this would go home with me today. Look at him. I love waffles. I love waffles. I love waffles. I love pillows, and I love waffles on pillows. Yes.
And here is an empty box for, oh my God, that's loud. Let's go over here. Here is an empty box for Bruce Wayne from Gotham. Too bad it's not for Harvey Bullock, because I have a loose Harvey Bullock sitting at home. It would have been kind of funny to piece it together that way.
So I've had some good luck in the past at this Goodwill with shoes. I just found these, and I like them a lot. They are definitely the style shoe that I like. That thick bottom sole and that Ked style top. Super Ga, which I don't know if is... I don't really know that brand, so it could just be some terrible brand, or it could be really awesome. No idea, but none of this matters because there's only one here. I've looked through this whole line and there's not another one. There's no tag on this, and there's no indication that says that they're holding the other one back in the back. So at the risk of that being like $20 and not really knowing if there is another one here, we're just gonna move on from this stream.
I'm kind of striking out at this first stop, so I went back to triple check all the toys, and it looks like it was a good thing that I did, because here's a $2 bag with a Sonic in it. That's awesome. I'll be happy to buy that for $2. A bunch of other rando plush in here. That's why you gotta double, triple check. All right, Guitar Center next door. So we'll take Sonic to go play some guitar. Isn't that awesome?
He's pretty cute. He's going in my purse.
Is he? Poor Sonic. Here's what I'm gonna go stop in Guitar Center and check out is guitar pedals. It's kind of a touchy subject for me. Music used to be all I was doing with my life, and I had the nice stuff. I see several things on here. I had a really nice pedal board, really nice guitars, and over the years I did less and less music until it was just none. And so I'm trying to put back together just like a simple basic guitar amp pedal system, nothing flashy, nothing expensive, nothing honestly that'll tempt me to sell, because there's some valuable pieces on here that I remember having that at one point or another I sold them just to invest into computer equipment or camera equipment for the kind of stuff we're doing now. So let's go look at cheap pedals. Let's try not to be tempted by the expensive pedals. Those are marked down for Black Friday a lot. Looking for some cheap overdrive pedals. These are Black Friday deals, but I don't know much about them. Never used any TC Electronics. I know they make a delay pedal that's kind of popular, so I bet these are fine, but I don't know. Need to look them up. Here's something I actually really need. It's on sale. This goes on to this power adapter, which I have at home because I found it at the bins. It adapts into multiple guitar pedals at once, so I'll be getting that. All right, well, I didn't leave with everything that I needed, but I actually really needed this. I don't know if everybody's gonna understand what this is, but this is actually the cheap part of investing in this system. The expensive part I found at the bins, and I already tested it with the voltage meter and everything, and it works, so. It's really cool this was on sale too. This wasn't even a Black Friday deal, it was just on clearance. They're like, get these out of here. But that was good. It was a good first stop. Though you didn't end up getting those jeans, did you?
No, they're not high rise enough, and they're just worthless if they're not.
Yeah, wrong size. Well, let's run across town here and go to another Goodwill, huh? All right, same deal here. We're gonna go to a Goodwill, and then I'm gonna go next door to Bookman's, which you guys might recognize from our trade-in series. It's where we keep store credit kind of saved up to do videos with. Normally I spend all that store credit on video games and stuff, but I tell you what I'm hoping is that they're doing some sort of Black Friday deal in here on musical instrument stuff, because they've got a lot of that. Matter of fact, that's what we trade in to get our credit with. We traded in trumpets and flutes and stuff. There's a playlist on our page of those trade-in series, so go watch those if you haven't. They're some of my favorite videos that we make, but I'm hoping they have some Black Friday deals for that stuff, because they already sell it really cheap here, so I might get a really good deal on a guitar pedal. And that's kind of what today is. I say this all the time. We make videos all the time around what we need to do during the day, and a lot of the times that stuff's left off the video. But like, I figured today, you know, guitar stuff, there's always enough people interested in that kind of thing when I bring that kind of stuff home from the bins. But I figured we'd just do this on camera today, make today's video a little bit more interesting.
Right, we're checking out the dish section. It's always so dark back here in the dish section of this Goodwill. Don't know why, but it is. They just need like 2 more rows of lights and it'll be perf. But anyway, we're not here to talk about lighting. We're here to talk about dishes. This is cute. Those don't really sell well though. I see them all the time and they're really cute, but not a lot of people need just random pitchers with no lids. So that's a no. There's a ton of jars here today though. These kombucha bottles, lol. Glass baking. Nothing knocking my socks off. Anchor hooking. Little measuring cup. A friend of mine was just talking about her needing one that actually has writing on it. This one does. Might grab that for her. I see them all the time, and she said that I was like, girl, I got you.
This Goodwill looks pretty rummaged through. I'm not seeing much that's worth looking at. It's all right. Just picked it on, came to this one on a bad day. We're shooting this on a Sunday, so that's not really outside the realm of expectations. Fish tank, lol. I'm not saying anything, are you?
Okay, quick update on the Pyrex thing from a friend. This one's really chipped up. It's like got a bunch of little nicks all on the edging there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but we're gonna leave that behind. That's not worth it. This is cool though. I love seeing these old like mixing bowl milk glass things. This one's actually a Pyrex bowl. It's pretty cool. Here's the big one too. These old mixers though, I mean, I guess if you still have one and you broke your bowl, that makes them valuable, but I don't feel like people are really buying old mixers right now. But still really pretty. I just like those.
There are some drums over here, and it's 20 bucks for both pieces, which is kind of an okay deal. It'd be even better if there were a drum stand, because I'd pay 20 for all that real quick and then get that stand that I need. That'd be cool, but it's not there.
They've got a little like syrup pourer thing here. It's kind of cute, but it is jammed AF. Maybe I'm just not doing it right now. It's just jammed. Hello. Little salt and pepper shaker from Mikasa. They have an absolute ton of it here right now. If you're a Mikasa collector, today is your day. But the other salt shaker is over here. Lol. Let's go put those back together. What'd you find?
Crab.
Some astrological plates.
Here's a caviar plate.
A what? Oh, caviar. Fancy. You trying to get some caviar?
Refined for the kitty palate.
For the kitty palate?
That's what it says.
So fancy kitty food. Very nice.
Here's something that I actually really need. One of those extension cords with a switch on it. I'll buy it. $3. I don't know how much that'd be new at Walmart or anything, but $3 is fine. I just found something pretty.
I know this is just like a common piece of 80s furniture, I think, but I don't know, for some reason this looks so Art Deco to me. I think it's so pretty. I mean, I might just be alone in that, and then, you know, my 1920s decor someday, maybe never, would be perfect for this. But yeah, it's pretty cheap, not bad. I don't need it, but
Well, I wish you know what? I wish it was finished. You could take this off and hang jewelry in it for your antique wall.
that could be cool.
You know what I mean? Just hang it on this outer rim.
Yeah, that'd be really pretty.
You don't really have room for it though.
I do not. It's very stuffed in there right now.
Yeah. So probably not, but it wasn't good.
Just caught my eye. I don't know, I liked it.
You guys stick around to the end and I'll show you what I'm buying the guitar stuff for and what I'm buying this for. I think you'll be interested to see it, but it's all at home.
There's really not a ton of jeans that are interesting today. I'm striking out. I just really like this color. I think it's so pretty. 20 bucks though, because they're Ralph Lauren's. I've been watching the Great British Bake Off on Netflix. If you don't watch it and you just need to feel good for a minute, watch that show. It's quite nice. Very pleasant. But one of the guys on there, Noel Fletching, a comedian, he's pretty cool. He's been wearing a bunch of these green jeans. Every time I see him on screen with those green jeans, I'm like, I like those. I like those a lot. He's got some cool fashion though. Don't think we're gonna find anything good today. They're close. These are Rockies-esque, but they are not Rockies. So we'll put those back. Rockies are my fave.
Arguably not the best thrifting trip I've ever had, but I really do I actually need 2 of these, so it's not really the worst find in the world either. And double bonus, Bookman's is next door, so the day is not over. I'm kind of nervous to see what they have here because sometimes they have a lot, sometimes they have nothing. TC Electronics, it's good dirty robot. I like the sound of that. Digitech. Well, the stuff that is here is certainly in my price range. That's for sure. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so here's an overdrive for 50. And what is this? I like the look of this Spark, but I don't know how much it is. Oh, there it is, 90. A little bit much. It's a reverb back here for 45. Tube Screamer for 50. It's Dirty Robots, 170. I looked through all the pedals pretty hard, and it looks like I'm gonna kind of go the other direction. Still gonna get a pedal, but I'm just gonna get a tuner pedal. But I need it, and I won't have to spend cash on it, so that's pretty cool.
Helpful.
The pedals that are here are nice. They're just not exactly what I need, and I'm just not gonna spend money on the stuff I don't need. I need a good overdrive pedal, and all the stuff here is like cool, but it's like reverb and amp simulation. Right here, the tuner. I am very, very happy with that purchase. Something very practical that I needed. Now let's go home and I'll show you what all this madness is for. Okay, how are we looking? Pretty good. Everything here is going to look and possibly sound a little bit rough. I'm actually shooting, let me show you, with three different cameras that are put on a live switcher. And obviously these don't all match too terribly well. They all need to be brightened or darkened, and they need to meet in the middle so they look good together. But we're going to talk about why I'm messing with all that, alongside of talking about why I bought what I bought today, what I'm doing with all of it. So this thing I bought at the Guitar Center is this almost Christmas tree looking light string. And what this does, the thing I bought, once I untangle it because it's a mess, it plugs into this power adapter, and then it allows me to power multiple guitar pedals at one time. So here is the tuner pedal that we bought. I bet this white shirt I'm wearing is blowing out. It's fine. I'll just be glowy. A lot of things need to be adjusted right now. But I also just had this Amazon package come in the mail. Cheap little distortion pedal, nothing fancy. I could probably bring that down a little bit. Ooh, how about that? A little bit better? Yes, much better. So buying cheap guitar pedals is a little bit better than it used to be back in my heyday of making music. Now, mind you, before I had this channel, before you guys knew anything about me, music was my only goal in life. That's all that mattered. And I had much nicer music gear, but we've kind of talked about that too. But I'm trying to get some cheap stuff just to set up a musical thing here in this room. Well, there's a couple things I want to do. I want to record some original music to put on these videos. A lot of the music you hear, well, most of the music you hear on this channel is all that free stuff that YouTube gives us free access to without copyright claiming us. It's not always great. It's very often not great, but it is free. And paying for music royalties and rights and stuff is a huge extra expense that a little YouTuber like me can't afford. So I would like to record some original music, but that's not all I want to do. As you guys that have been watching for a while know, on and off, we've toyed with a talk show type podcast here on this channel. And I talk about it way more than we do it because it's a lot of work. I mean, I don't know if you guys understand the kind of cable running you have to do this kind of thing right here. You know, it's not simple. It is kind of my area of expertise because, you know, I do video stuff for a living, so it's not that bad. And I do obviously have the gear laying around. I've got 3 different cameras. This one over here is a Sony ZV-1. The one I'm looking into is a Sony A7R Mark II, and then the camcorder that has my normal wide shot is a Sony AX53 camcorder. So there you go, in case you want to know what cameras I'm using. But I've wanted to do this as long as I've had this channel, and we started out strong doing it, and I'm ready to get back to it because the channel's going well. I'm proud of what we're doing, and I love the live interactions we have. So I'm doing all this to do a live show. And the music's kind of the hard part because I don't want to sit here on our live shows and just strum my guitar and play for you. That's not my goal. I don't need people to hear me play. It's not really what it's about. But I want to put on a live show that's worth watching, that you guys want to tune into, because I know a lot of people are just here for the thrifting and that kind of thing, and that's good, but there has been enough people that show interest when we do that this feels like a worthwhile venture, because we can play games live on live shows, whether it's video games or just tricky games for guests that come on, and we can also interact with you guys live, and we can also, and hopefully eventually, strum out some music in between like commercial breaks, and, you know, maybe play a song at the end of every show, just a little bit. I want the music sprinkled on. I don't want to do live music shows. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm buying all this stuff because the end goal is this, and this is complicated, so bear with me, but I basically want to have a guitar station set up that is nice and quiet that I can get away with in an apartment like this one. And I'm going to kind of plug it all up and show you, but it's an interesting thing. Watch this. These cameras are kind of, actually, they're not set up perfectly. This camera is supposed to be my tight camera on the desk there, right? So check this out. Ideally, the way this works is I'm sitting here at this camera. Maybe I play the piano. Check this. I think this should work. Yeah. Right? Piano works there. Cool. And then I can switch to these other cameras, and there's maybe the drummer set up over here. And mind you, I have some wireless drum pads, some wireless drum instruments. And then, you know, here's a wide shot. So maybe on the other side of me here is a piano person, a second guitarist, a bassist, something like that. And hopefully the idea is once I get this all figured out, we go live. Hannah's sitting here beside me. We joke around with the band that's here to play. And maybe the band is some local people that maybe will holler at me and participate in some sort of thing like this. And maybe the band is just local bands that I have on, you know, I pay them a little bit of money or something just to come hang out and play their stuff for us. You know, but that's, if this kind of live thing starts bringing in some revenue, that'll be an awesome thing to do. Put out a feeler, hey, live, local bands, local artists, come play, come be interviewed, come hang out. It'll be something cool we can do. But the coolest thing, and this is what I really wanted to explain to you, is that all the instruments that I have are either silent. So out loud, actually, you guys can hear this piano. Right? I can't hear it out loud. Well, I can barely hear it through these headphones. So whenever the band plays in here, and this is what's kind of wild about it, okay? This camera looks so dark. It's fine. I can fix it later. Whenever the band plays in here, it'll all be through headphones. I have a mixer over here, and I have it all mixed through different headphones. So everybody playing will have headphones, and we can just be jamming as loud as we want, and the neighbors will never hear a thing. And I think that's kind of the other brilliant part about this. I'd love to have a studio where we do this kind of thing, and that would be great. That would be the best thing in the world. But, you know, we're a small YouTube channel. We can't afford that yet. And I hope to one day. And maybe one of these days when that can be afforded, if these live shows of this type work out, we can do this in a storefront type setting or in a public type setting where we can have people actually come and be a live audience. But obviously, that's a big if. That's a big ask. But that's why I bought this stuff today. And I think you'll probably see us on episodes in the near future kind of messing with this stuff some more, because I've got a lot to do, you know, because like I said, these cameras, I'm trying to permanently mount them, right? I'm trying to mount them and leave them, you know, get them, they're still a little crooked, they're still a little too bright or too dark, but I'm trying to get the 3 cameras set up in this room, all completely stationary so that things can be live switched. Now look at this. This is kind of gnarly, I think. This is actually my number pad that I am doing this switching with. It's just a normal computer number pad, and I have the computer programmed where I can switch it while I sit at this desk. And again, I'm dreaming a little bit here, but whenever there's other people involved in this kind of thing, or whenever, you know, there's maybe more money involved and people can be paid and stuff, there will be somebody at a completely different computer setup running this, because all of this stuff that I'm doing is completely run off of this computer setup over here. And I'll give you guys a closer look at all of this stuff going on in the game room and our live game room tour that we'll be doing on the 1st of the year. Make sure your notifications are turned on, because that's when you're going to learn the most about this game room. But I've got a studio set up here, and these speakers are rather powerful to where what I was talking about, what we're doing with the live band setup, it could be played through speakers. It could actually come out of speakers and sound really good. Doesn't have to. Obviously, I don't want to bother neighbors. But, you know, I've got all kinds of cable stuff going on here that patches different things that are plugged up into other things, and splits for the headphones. There's a lot going on there. And of course, this is one of those cameras that you're looking at. Hannah, where's that power cable we bought yesterday? Hello. Oh, I'm working at the house. What are you doing?
Did you say hello, Dallas?
Yep. Hello.
I got earrings.
You got earrings?
She got earrings. Got her ears pierced the other day.
Are they pretty?
Yeah, they're pretty. She's got some in it. It's like the rainbow.
All right, well, holler back at me.
All right, brother. Love you.
All right, love you too. See you. Okay, so here's the other thing from today's purchase that is important. This is maybe a little less complicated. The funny thing about what's going on here, it's like, I don't know, do you guys remember Tom Green? One of the best Canadians in the world. I mean, one of the best humans in the world, really. And honestly, I heavily suggest his, I I think he has dual citizenship, so maybe he's Canadian and American, best of both worlds. He has a YouTube channel of his own, and he's going around right now, around the world, doing van life stuff like we kind of want to with our van. I've been enjoying watching his videos. Same Tom Green humor you'd expect. But what's going on here, this bad boy right here has an on and off switch. Whenever a band is on the show and I want to go live, well, that's cool, but I don't want to have to get up and turn lights on and off. So as you can kind of see around here, I've got colored lights and I've got regular lights. So I will have these buttons under my desk where I can just go, all right, welcome on our next guest. This is the local band X, Y, or Z. And then they'll, you know, tip off on their drums and we'll go to mood lighting, right? And I don't know if mood lighting is the correct term, but there you go. And I can basically rig up 2 or 3 lights like this, or I'll redo there's a lot to change, as I've already made a point. I'll change up a lot of lights, and there will be a dramatic lighting scene and a regular talk show lighting scene, and I'll have buttons under this desk with those cables to change that up on the fly. But I bring up Tom Green because when he did his talk show, it was all super cheap and all like that. He had to do it all himself at a desk and not move. And, you know, and I if you ever watched that talk show of his, madness is what it was, but it was so awesome because he figured out how to do a lot of this on his own. And I feel like I'm somehow replicating that. I'm trying to make a talk show in my living room. It's Wayne's World. Maybe Wayne's World would have been another great Canadian. You guys have all the good ones. My Canadian friends, all the good ones. But same kind of thing. I got to figure out cool, inventive ways to do all this from that desk. Every camera has to be switched from that desk. Every light has to be changed from that desk. And this is how I'm going to do it. That's how it gets done. So I know some of you guys watching are going to find this interesting. Some of you guys are going to be like, what? What is he talking about? But that's really going to come down to whether or not you're interested in the type of live show that we're doing. And, you know, we've done it enough now that I know it's just worth it. You know, there's several hundred people that will tune in for that kind of thing, which is nuts. I don't know if you've ever went live on the internet for a few hundred people, but it's pretty nuts is what it is. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy with today's haul. I know it wasn't our normal thrifty thing, but it was worth it. Let's get this plugged up real quick. Last thing I want to show you with these pedals that I got. This is really nonsense, but what would this channel be without the glorified nonsense that you guys are used to? This grocery bag right here, I kid you not, is full of thousands and thousands of homemade guitar picks that I've made out of all different manners of plastic. I've made every single one of them. And they're packaged up to be sold at our antique market booths that we sell stuff at, which is pretty cool. And we sell enough of them, you know, and it's not a huge moneymaker, but we sell enough of them that it's pretty cool. And something else I want is whenever these bands show up and whenever hopefully local musicians I can get in contact with, holler at me. Whenever those guys come over, I want there to be a bucket of guitar picks. I've just, for some reason, had this wild fantasy of a 5-gallon bucket of guitar picks in the center of the jam room, right? So I got to get to making them because I think I could probably fill up about 10% of a bucket with that whole bag right there. But I think that'll be a really cool thing. You guys are going to see me during our bins videos coming up looking for more plastic stuff to cut those up out of because I need to get that done. I need a 5-gallon bucket. I want people to be able to take a handful home whenever they leave. Let's get this bad boy on. So the other pedal I got today is just an overdrive pedal. So here's clean, and here's gnarly. And then tuner pedal mutes it. And that probably sounded loud because I'm standing right here, but that's that amp all the way up. So I can do lots of cool things when we have a live band in here that's trying to be quiet. I could keep this on low, you know, and then I can mic it up. That's obviously really low, but honestly, I practice on this amp all the time, turned up to max, just like this. And you can step outside my front door and you can't hear it. Right? It's the perfect amp. I brought that home from the bins. Some of you might remember, and I don't want to get rid of it. I should sell it because it's worth a few $100, but it's perfect for this. It's perfect for this quiet. I know I'm standing right here, so it sounds loud, but it's not. That's my butt. There you go. That's what I've been working on. This is what I do when thrifting doesn't go very good in any given day. So I can put my mute back on. I hope some of you at least enjoyed this. Very much so expect us to be going live really soon, right? Right? Very, very soon we're going to do that. And we're going to be looking for local guests to come on, not necessarily local, anyone coming through that it would make sense to have here and interview. It's a huge dream of mine to do something like this. So I'm going to brute force it into reality, which is what I find when you have crazier ideas like that. If you ever have had a crazier idea of your own in a creative realm like this, I'm telling you, the only way that it's ever going to happen is if you brute force it into reality. You can write those words down, credit it to Tyndale. That's what you got to do. So that's what I'm doing here. And I appreciate the several hundred to 1,000 people of you that might participate whenever we do that. You guys make all of this worth it. But I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on so that when we go live in a video like this, you guys will get a notification. You can come back and hang out with us then. Otherwise, we do post daily videos. So make sure you come back tomorrow and hang out with us. Until tomorrow, guys, let me give a little switch here. Peace out. Peace. Peace. Madness. Peace. You guys do rock. I appreciate you.